This is Editing Valerie, and I'm just here to say that this video here, I do apologize for the not being on task and being where it should be. I was trying a different way of recording, not certain I like it, but I did the best I could, and I just don't think I really want to re-record it at this time. But I know it's a timely matter thing. People are asking lots of questions, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up as is. And if you have more questions, just reach out. Thanks. Okay, so what I thought I would talk about today is colors and what to do and how to pick colors. So, if you're wanting to do the byTif from like your stash, what I would do is minis or scraps or whatever. What I would do is I would put them out and kind of pull things together in a family. Like you can put your blues and your greens maybe together. Not saying that you're going to use them all together, but put them that way. Or you can create a rainbow, or you can choose some like these. I know where these came from, and if you know, you know, but maybe you want to pull something where this can be highlighted in your yoke. So then you want to find colors that would go well with these colors. So I probably would lean staying away from this, but coming more to this color, maybe bringing in some of these colors in what's going on, and maybe into the oranges as well. So you have some choices there. Or maybe you don't want this to be the focus. Maybe you've decided, I want this to be one of my, this is going to be my little thin stripe. This is going to be the brightest. So I need something that's going to go with this really bright color, but this is going to be my very thin stripe. And this has 225 yards. And it's the perfect amount to be able to do that. That thin stripe. This would be a great color, but then you're like, okay, what do I put with it so that this color will kind of be a bright pop amidst the rest? So then what you could, because this is going to be a consistent, but you're going to run minis, you could choose minis that'll either contrast nicely or pop against. And in this case, I think that I would be wanting to bring in my greens and my teals so that this really pops, but the colors going against it. And maybe I want to put in one of my stripes is going to be this color, which brings this in but still stays in. But I wouldn't want to use this because this will detract, so I would take that out. And then I might go, okay, well, this could still be in that nice colors and what I want. No, I think this is too bright, it's going to detract from that. Then come to here, maybe, so I can put these in maybe as some of the other thin stripes, but going next to it is going to be these colors. What are to be? So for me personally, my repeat came out to be 3.5 inches. So I know that I need enough colors to repeat that 3.5 to the length that I want. Now this is a mini set, although I think I added this one to the bag just because, and this one to the bag. It wasn't in the original, same with this one. But a lot of these were all in the original, and this would be a very mild pastel, and you could get by with it. The problem is that there's one stripe that goes across the widest part of the body that I'm not certain a 20 gram or 10 gram mini will work. So in those cases, I would then maybe come back to the rest of my stash and see if I can find a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit bigger of a mini, and choose a neutral, maybe a gray, or keep these grays and have these be in between all of these minis. So that's another option. And then this here is an entire set of a Koigu mini set, and you could use this. The thing that concerns me, if you were going to use this, and you could absolutely rainbow this without issue. The only concern I would have with it is that you may run out in any particular really wide stripe. You may not have enough, especially at the widest part. But in that case, you would just then do 2 stripes instead of a larger wide stripe. The other option in this pattern, if you choose, you could change the number of rows per stripe, which I have done. But when doing so, you still have to pay attention to your increase rows and where they land. Okay, this is another option. You can make this yarn, which is really tempting to me, to be honest. This could be the main thick stripe, and there'd be plenty of yarn. This could then be the thin stripe. The second thicker stripe. This would be your 4-row stripe, and it would give you some texture. And this would be your 3-row stripe. And this together would be a very nice, beautiful sweater. Another option is, I just love this Beetlejuice. I don't know if y'all do, but I think it is just stunning. And so you could just use these two and then a third color and make these two the main stripes, and then use this as thin stripes between it, being both the 3-row and the 4-row stripe. So those are an option if that was something that you liked. I personally think this works very well, and these are all beautiful, beautiful colors from Treehouse. The pink, putting this in here, it's just something that I've been looking at. It's not really in here, but I feel like this kind of pops. But the more I look at it, the more I want either this color or this color. And that's also another option, is putting these, and then this would be the thin stripe between these two, or this could be the thin stripe between these two. And then I have two skeins of this yarn from Dragon Horde Yarn, and I think it's just beautiful. And so you could make this be all the thick stripes. And then this color, which is a beautiful brown, is called Dante from Treehouse Knits. And this could be your thin stripes. So thick stripes and thin stripes. And this would be really muted, but it still would be just spectacular. So if you have 2 skeins of a fingering that you want to use, just find some color that can be that single strand. Now the other option you have is you could do an all solid color. I would recommend having, depending on your size, 2 or 3 skeins for sure. But if you want it to have the striped look, but you don't want it to have multiple colors, then just make the 2 thin stripes be textured, all of them be textured, and then you would have stockinette texture, stockinette texture, stockinette texture, and it will still have the stripes look without being in your face stripes.